Tonight, from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Deshaun Watson and the Cleveland Browns taking on Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Tonight, we've got a good AFC matchup on tap between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Cleveland Browns. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. On first down, Watson eluding the pressure right. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second and 1, Watson escaping the pressure right. Throw complete to Bell. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 41-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
From the 36, Watson flush to his right. He finds his man complete. It's Bell. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
That's a great example right there to remind everyone of what a weapon he can be as a mobile quarterback, Charles. Nice play to escape the pocket and get his offense into the red zone with a first down.
Touchdown, Browns! Kareem Hunt from 17 yards out. And the Browns will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team.
The Browns drive about to get started. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Operating from the gun, Watson. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
They'll roll him out right.
Credit the sack there to Chandler Jones.
Oh, boy, he got a favorable spot there. The guys on the sidelines were raising their hands over their head and clasping their hands to signal safety. But the official marked it just outside the end zone at the 1-yard line.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. 43 yards on the punt. Return of 4. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they... So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio.
With a little over 2 minutes to play in the 2nd quarter, the offense gets ready to take over. They begin this drive with Chubb, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Max Crosby, the one who got in there for the stop.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to throw. Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. That one a first down pickup of 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. He finds his man complete. That's Bell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On 1st down, it's Watson. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun, here's Watson. That's complete to Bell over the middle. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
Now, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see.
So that challenge, a successful one.
Now Watson on 1st and 10. And this is incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Watson. He finds his man, complete. It's Bell.
Down inside the 10.
Touchdown! David Bell as the first half is winding down.
And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics is going.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Off play action. Watson rolling to his right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Here's Watson now on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. To throw is Watson.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Third quarter of a 2-point game. A good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. Handoff up the middle. Hunt. And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Steps away. And that will be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. Now the offense back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this third quarter. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory.
61 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary.
And a double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick.
National Football League on EA Sports. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 29, Watson sliding out of the pocket. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Understanding he's just down one possession, trying to make something happen by extending the play, but the coverage downfield was excellent. He escaped and bought some time, but that one goes incomplete.
Watson, off play action.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Oh, they go with a tight end carry.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
If he writes a book in the offseason, he ought to title it Undaunted, because where he is on the field, back on his own side, and goes for it and gets it, I got to give it to him on that one.
Yeah, only thing you can justify it with is it was only a few inches that they needed. If it's 4th and 2, probably doesn't do it. Hey, he got it. Give him credit.
Yeah, but if they don't pick it up,
then you're in trouble.
Yeah, they're giving points to the other team at that stage.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's Watson. Rolling to his left. And here's a leaping catch. He pulled it in. A gain there of 21 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
He'll buy some time right. And this one is incomplete.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. Now they go screen. It's complete.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Hunt will try going up the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run again with Hunt. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Chubb will get the call running left. And he won't get close. Only a yard. 4th and 3.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp them.
So now we're in the final minute of the game in the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over.
A lot of pressure here for Cade York.
This to swell the lead to 6. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, That can be a big deal because, remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.